What up, what up, what up, world? Thanks for tuning in to another wonderful episode of All In on Everything. You know, the place where you could be yourself. Ain't nothing off limits.
Nothing.
We're going to talk about finance, faith, relationships, parenthood, and a lot of real talking laughs all in between. You know what I mean? You got to live every day like it's your last. And the way we live in our lives, the culture that we was raised in is toxic for our lives. So, with that being said, we about to go all in on everything. What's up, Mr. Falous Aswad?
What's going on? Big song.
Aswad Falous, my bad. But
man, my name is Ibrahim, bro. I don't know what's all you doing with all this other shit, but yeah, big song like I'm not the little one. We about to get into it and crack this thing open.
What's up, Mr. Low Key? How you doing?
Man, I'm good and I'm blessed, man. You know, every day above ground is a great day, man. I'm glad to see y'all another week.
Yes, sir.
Maintaining.
So, what I just said on the intro, let's jump into that. When I said, live every day like it's your last.
And that goes hand in hand why I remind everybody every episode that every day above ground is a great day, because you never know what day is going to be your last or how many days you actually have on this earth. Because, you know, a lot of people or, you know, coaches, you know, maybe I can wait till I'm older or younger, but how can we say what's old and what's young? If a person dies at 17 and, you know, at 6 years old or 7 years old, you know, he was an old nigga because he died at 17. His life was 17 years on his life. So we shouldn't try to wait or, you know, not, I won't say you don't take it for granted that you're going to see the next day. And it's not saying live each day like if you know you about to die or you're going to get cancer and all that. No, if you know this is going to be your last day, you know, like say you want to treat people like you want to be treated. You want to try to be around the ones you love and you want to be trying to doing good things. So if you treat every day like that and try to not procrastinate and just do things that can help progress your life and just motivate yourself and all that, I think it's be better for yourself, because you don't know what's old and what's young until you're actually in those older age years, where if you're 50 or 60 or something, you can be like, yeah, I'm a little bit older, but at that same time, you may live to be 100.
Yeah.
So you still may be a young.
Little dude might die in a house fire at 12 years old.
You know,
that was his full life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So
every day above ground, like you said, is a good day, and you should live accordingly. Like, don't be on no YOLO. You only live once. Yeah, you only live once, but take every day as a stepping stone, you know, because if you going out wild, like, you know what I mean, there's no bueno.
Yeah, and sometimes doing those characteristics of wilding out or crashing
like
out
YOLO,
or characteristics where
sense.
It may take you to that young old age where you go out early. But like I say, we still don't know. But if they're going to increase the odds or increase the chances where you can get taken out, then yeah, man. So why would you do that? So if you're not and you're still living each day as if it's your last and you're not doing those things, then I think you have more days to stack up and can get more progression in your life, because you're valuing the time.
So Mr. Aswad, jump on in. Like,
let me ask you though. I want to ask a question then. How can you live each day like it's your last, and at the same time practice delayed gratification?
Delayed gratification. Live every day like it's your last and practice delayed. Okay. Well, you have to hope for. Is this question for me?
It's a question for whoever got the answer.
You got to.
You have to hope for the best that you're gonna live past that day.
Okay.
But the terminology of live every day like it's your last is, regardless of what religious front you have, pretty much everybody, or almost everybody, a high percentage of people human beings believe in a heaven and a hell. So with the terminology of live every day like it's your last, that means do good and good shall follow you, because if you do bad, I mean, you never know. This might be your last chance to make it right.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So live every day like it's your last on that aspect, but hope that you get another day, of course.
So in terms of good deeds, you saying live every day like it's your last.
In terms of good deeds,
not you know,
not in preparation, daily preparation, life preparation. No, because that's on survival mode, and you really can't progress when you're on survival mode.
Right.
You know.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I guess you can progress, but your plan ain't for progression; it's for survival. So it's a difference.
Yeah, you're more focused on surviving than trying to progress. You want to progress, but main thing is to survive at this time.
Yeah.
In order to progress.
Yeah, shout out to all my
Bum niggas?
for my parents who was out there. You know, the struggle used to be real back in the 40s and 50s.
The struggle still is real.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is the 40s, 50s, 60s. It's always been hard times, right? So shout out to all my OGs who held it down in the survival ages. Now, mind you, the struggle is still real now, but you know, we got a little bit more opportunities. But
I think they had it better though. I think they had it better than us as far as the struggle and surviving back then than we have it now. Basically, well, not even basically, but one reason is they had community. They had togetherness. We live in a dog-eat-dog world, everything for myself, microwave society.
yeah, but it still was a struggle, bro.
I'm not saying it wasn't a struggle.
Just saying.
I'm not
it
saying
was
it
more of a
wasn't.
survival mode. It wasn't on a building mode.
Yeah, I would tell you, you all are both right on that situation, but the one element that was missing is that there weren't as many distractions in the social media and things to promote to take us away from that community. Because like I said, we was built up from time we came off the
Now,
boat
mind
to
you,
stick together
We
and all
can
of
keep
that.
rolling with this. I don't want to go too far off our subject, but yeah, let's keep rolling with it.
No, that's what I'm just saying in terms of the community where we don't have it, but I think they didn't have the distractions where it was more of interaction with each other, where it wasn't no cell phones, it wasn't no pagers. It wasn't none of that back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Instead, it was newspapers where you had to go read and go out there and talk to the people and all that. So, you know, y'all both right on that one. But
Survival mode. It's always been a survival mode, but it's more opportunities now. That's all I'm saying. Like, I ain't saying nobody ain't in survival mode right now, but
yeah, but
in the past, the percentage of people being in survival mode was way higher.
of course, because we were just coming out of being free, Jim Crow, and trying to get your own business and all that. But now, I won't say the playing field is fair or whatever, the goalpost is moving, whatever it is. But like you say, it's more opportunities, it's more ways you can network and get out here and get this money and do what you need to do than it was back in that time. But
so yeah, let me put that boy back. So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What is your definition of live every day like it? Like if I said, hey, Oswald, hey, Ebro, hey, Black, live every day like it's your last, player. What insight? How could that inspire you? Like, what would you do behind that? If anybody told you that?
I would instill as much knowledge that was passed on to me into my kids. That's what I would do. The ones that's gonna carry my legacy forward.
Okay.
That's how I would live every day, like it's my last. I would spend that time with them because once I'm gone, then that's all they got. All they have is the good times we spend together.
man, that's the one thing that's irreplaceable. After you can give your children good manners, I think time is the next thing afterwards.
Yeah.
Because you can't go back.
Yeah,
it just continues to just go forward.
Yeah, they be old before you know it, man. They be like, wow.
And so the days
Time be
go
rolling.
the days go by slow, but the years go by fast.
That's facts. That's facts.
So in terms of spending all my money and stuff like that, and meeting as many women as I possibly can, living every day like it's my last. That's not in my program.
That's not the YOLO.
No, yeah,
See,
no.
that's more like YOLO.
program.
That's that YOLO crap, man. And people need to get out of that YOLO mentality because it's kind of a crash out mentality. Like if you ain't got no plan, man, because your life don't end when you die. And I'm gonna leave that right there. Let y'all go do some studying and researching on that. But your life don't end when you die. That nigga crazy.
No, one example I'll just give you.
I ain't gonna go in there.
You ain't gotta go in there. But your children, like you say, your legacy, just off of what he just said.
I wanna give my
When they look at him, even though Abu, Allah rest his soul and all that, we still can see the things that Abu instilled in him and all that.
I ain't saying
so
that.
when you say you done all that, that's the part of still living in terms of what he taught you and what he instilled in you and all that. So I can leave it like that. We ain't gonna go all the way left with all of that. But no, that's the way in terms of that last day. He said, I'll spend that time with my kids and try to instill all of the knowledge and all that. So even though I'm gone, my children will still be able to carry that knowledge.
So
and
wait,
stuff
you
that I get.
saying if that was your last day, that's what you would be doing? You'd just be he's saying
No, I'm saying as far as living every day like it's my last.
Not like that's his last day living. That's what I'm saying.
okay.
Yeah, no, like every day like it's my last is like.
I be deciphering shit. I understood once he kept talking. I'm like, hold up, nah. But yeah, on my end, on the live every day like it's your last. Like I say, bro, on the moral tip.
Okay.
That's how I rock with that phrase. Like, if you live every day like it's your last, I can't speak for everybody about heaven and hell and stuff like that. But me personally, if you live every day like it's your last, you got to answer to the Creator. And do you want to go up there with flaws, stuff that you knew that you weren't supposed to be doing, or do you want to go up there with something where you proud that you did it? So that comes with discipline. And before we get into our next topic, I just want to bring in our subtopics of health, finance, and fitness. So on the health tip, but before we close out that, because that's just our really like saying what we think our last day, live like it's, your last. Anybody else got something to?
Well, there were times in my life when I was engaging in stuff that I probably shouldn't have been, right, from a moralistic standpoint, right, and I can always tell because I would ask myself, if I return to Allah right now and He rewound it back, what was you doing 15 minutes ago? It's like, man, so much shame. Like, dude, ain't no way. Like, leaving out some of them spots.
I was about to say, you ever been in a spot and you be like, man, what if this thing just blew up now?
What if it was over right now?
Wow.
And it's like, so this is what you was doing down there?
But think about the consciousness that you have to even put. You be in a whole little. You be around all the YOLOs and be in this joint like, well, I know I'm supposed to be in here. It's fun.
Yeah.
But boy, if it was over with right now, dude, is this how I want to end this thing right here? That's what I mean about live every day like it's your last. Like, stay away from things where you wouldn't want to be in that situation if this was your last day.
Right.
Now I don't care. You could be with your kid, like you said. What would you be doing? Long as you doing something good, then that's what's up. I don't care what you doing. You know what I mean? You could be handing out sandwiches to the homeless. You could be handing out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just something positive, man.
Whatever it is.
And like I said, you always hear the
Giving
ball
good
every
advice.
day just like it's my last. You hear that phrase more than live every day like it's your last. And then in the culture.
That's why I said
what
we said on the bucket list or something. We was like, oh no, if it was a bucket list and I knew I was about to go, I got such and such time to live. I'm like, man, I'm be in the mosque praying. They be like, what you gonna be doing? Praying. Ain't answering the phone, nothing, man. I'm trying to get right. If I know you, if you know you got a time,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. But no one knows they time, man. So
that's why you
live every day like it's your last, you know, and just stay on the good side of the track, man. Don't do nothing to nobody that you wouldn't want somebody to do to you, man.
And my thing is, even if you may not have a belief in all that, if you still have a belief in karma, that things that you put out there into the world, that it will come back to you in terms of how you've treated people or misled people or lied to people. It will come back to you, or people that's close to you that you may love and all of that. So,
but they say you get out what you put into it. So if you putting out
lies and
you
all,
gonna
you
get it
gonna
back.
get it back. You know, you
Putting
putting
out
out
good
love
energy,
and charity
boom,
and
boom,
all that.
boom,
It's
gonna
gonna
be
come
good.
back.
So yeah.
You know, I just tell you in terms of putting out good energy, and if you do that, it will come back sometimes when you really actually need it. I remember me finding a dude's wallet and he was getting ready to walk, so I gave it to him and all that. And then one time I had left my suitcase in the park when I was riding MARTA back in the day, and had got all the way to my mom's house. And by the time I remembered that it was up there, I had to run all the way back up Monroe, all the way up, bro. And like I said, suitcase was still there.
But check this
And
out.
nobody that
and
gonna
then
touch
do
you
the
walking
vice,
through the
do the
big old
vice
park,
versa.
bro.
You do something bad, and then when something bad hits you, you be like, dang.
Yeah. But
If you
know
smart enough,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. If you smart enough to know, be like, dang, I know why that hit me. You know what I mean? But if you dumb, you just gonna keep falling in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
It's a two-way street.
And so that's why we gotta make sure our health is right. And speaking of health, got a little excerpt for everybody today. I'm sorry, did y'all have anything else y'all wanted to say on that? Y'all good?
It's health, finance, and fitness time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to the health. You're gonna take care of the finance, but just a little thing on strokes, because a lot of our people, we was talking about salty foods, and you know that's a main, you know, characteristics that kind of leads to it. But the symptoms of a stroke are sudden confusion, trouble speaking or difficulty understanding speech, sudden weakness or numbing in the legs. Oh,
Sound like a night at the strip club.
nigga, that's the you having no symptoms.
Read that back. Read that back. Stuttering.
The symptoms of a stroke are sudden confusion,
Oh, shit.
trouble speaking or difficulty understanding speech, sudden weakness or numbing in the legs, arms, face, or one side of the body, sudden trouble walking, loss of balance or dizziness, and a lack of coordination, sudden severe headache with no cause known. For any of these symptoms, the best thing to do is call 911 and get immediate emergency assistance. After the onset of symptoms, the more time that passes, the more chances of brain tissue loss, greater disability, and the risk of death.
That's not funny. That stroke is not funny at all, but
That's Dr. Felicia Dawson and Mr. Orsky and everybody else. Y'all check her out.
no, so hold on. Let's talk about these strokes, because my bad, bro. But black men, we have a high rate of strokes in our community, right? Am I lying?
No.
Like my grandfather, he had a couple strokes. I used to be out there with him. Shout out R.I.P. to Herbert Lee Rockmore, man. Good, World War II vet. But he had 2 strokes. He used to have like some braces he put in the back of his boots, man. He used to still get up and roll outside, and taught me how to plant all type of stuff, man. But strokes been hitting the black community for a long time, and if you really look at it, women have strokes, but it's mainly a male thing where you hear, oh yeah, he had a stroke, and it's not common when black males get up in age where you hear, oh, he had a stroke. So let's start breaking down some of the underlying issues that cause strokes. You see what I'm saying? Number one, you already know what that is. Go ahead, Mister. Go ahead, Mr. Ibrahim. Kevin
ain't putting
Samuel.
it-
I mean, go ahead.
You throwing it over
Stress.
for
Number
Ding,
one
ding,
stress.
ding, 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 ding,
There
ding.
you go.
You know, but I was always told that, you know, the woman you select has the ability to extend your life
Ooh, or
Right.
end your life.
or end your life.
Ooh, I already knew where he was going. Tombstone your ass, nigga. Shit. Hey,
Let it breathe.
and they know they doing it.
Let it breathe.
They seen the contract. Oh, I'm on the wheel. Yeah, I mean, figure out the quickest way I can wheel his ass up out of here.
No, that's why you just gotta have that life insurance, fellas. Have life insurance.
Yeah, don't put her on it, or don't let her know she on it.
No, but stress kills, man. All jokes aside, stress does kill, and
Facts.
far too often men are carrying the weight of the world. They may not show it.
Oh.
You know, if you're really a masculine archetype, you're not going to show that you're carrying all that stress, but it's going on. You know, and you always like, I'm gonna figure it out no
You
matter
used
what's
to it.
happened.
You used
you know,
to it.
I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna make it happen. You know, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray to my Creator,
Facts.
and I'm gonna get out there and put forth some action. I'm gonna make it happen. And a lot of people don't see what goes on behind the scenes. Not even your woman. You know, because especially in women with the modern mindset, you can't tell her about what you're going through.
Bro, if it wasn't for women and kids, men would still be in Stone Age, bro. I don't think y'all understand that. We do all this for them. We don't do it for us. We don't care about none of this stuff.
Listen, man, I can find entertainment in watching the fire in the fireplace.
You
I
feel
can
me?
sit back and watch the fire in the
Who
fireplace.
you
and
think
be
created
A-okay.
fishing? They wasn't hungry. They had just killed the lion. They was just out there chilling. Let's see how many fish we can catch. They was cooling.
Ooh, stressful.
Men are very simple. If y'all want to get some game, like, subscribe, share, comment. But men are very simple, man.
No, but that's one of the things that Dr. Dawson used to say when she was a OBGYN, when she was doing the holistic healing, when the women would come in and, you know, they tried other things, she would sit down and analyze what's going on in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Because she'd say the main thing that causes is stress.
Right.
It's not having to take these pills
And then
all
eating.
that. Yeah, of course.
Eating
yeah.
is number 2.
Yeah, eating is definitely number 2.
High
but
cholesterol, all this grease. We got to get away from the grease. I know we love it, but it's
It's modera-
no
it's just-
bueno.
it's moderation.
It ain't even no moderation no more.
Yeah,
we done
no.
did it too long, whereas
No,
we
but
gotta
see, if you
stop
did it that
bro.
long, then yeah, you got to learn how to cut back and wean. Because, like I say, the habits have been formed. So you just, some people can do it cold turkey, some people can't. But
Oh, yeah,
I won't
moderation.
Yeah, I won't tell everybody.
And cut
you know,
back.
you cut back. Yeah, if you can do that.
No,
yeah.
I'm not on. Who was that? RP Dr. CB. I'm not. No, No, we're not doing that. Y'all do your own research and fit a lifestyle that's comfortable for your success and your health and your longevity. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different recipe.
And everybody has different bodies, and
Yeah.
everybody's been in different environments. So
Yeah.
that's why I say the book is chapterless. The different things that you want to do without having to pop a pill, it's in there.
But one thing I will say, fruits and vegetables
Anything.
and water.
Because that was here from the beginning.
Yeah, fruits, vegetables. and
That's
water,
proven.
you know? Yeah.
That's all proven.
And not just any water, not faucet water, because now they're saying that it's so much lead
Oh,
in the pipes running all through Georgia.
7 years later, you'd be suing for
I ain't surprised. That's a whole nother episode, man. Look at him. Now he got us going into that. We got lead in the pipes out here.
I mean, I'm just telling like I see it. I mean, you know.
So we got, let's let them know, because see, you let me know something. So we got lead in all the, I'm not surprised.
and about 70% of them, you know what I mean? And the reason why they won't start digging them up, because it'll be way too much.
Too expensive.
So they only down here in
only
the south,
fixing pipes.
they only fix them when they burst.
Yep.
When they burst, then they'll fix them. If they don't burst, they don't say nothing.
And then they only cutting off a certain amount. It's
Yeah,
not like
'cause-
they doing the whole everything. They like, no,
'Cause
we
you
gonna
gotta look
cut
at
this
they like-
amount and this amount. That's it.
And then we done lost a lot of our federal funding.
Yeah, but
courtesy
who's
of-
drinking water out of faucet anyway? Everybody
It's a
buys
lot,
bottled
bro.
water.
No, everybody is not buying no bottled water.
That's what they're thinking in terms of the people who are at a certain status.
They don't give a damn.
No, of course they don't give a damn. That's why
don't
they ain't
care.
fixing it. Because it's the ones that's at the lowest bottom that has to drink it out the faucet. But if it was daggone the upper standard who buys the daggone 3 24 packs every time they go shopping, when they buying that, or they got the big old filter on
Yeah,
they.
they gonna learn,
Right.
man.
You see what I'm saying?
I believe that lead and stuff be
Besides the kid that got to
lead.
open up
Lead
and gotta
could have a lot of them athletes, bro. Them freaking nature athletes.
eating the pain.
Yeah. Freaking nature athletes.
But that's
man.
my thing on the health, man.
But no, health, finance, fitness. Shout out to the markets, man. We had a bad CPI report today. We ain't gonna go far in it, but I will say this. If you have spare time, you need to do some type of research in investments. Even if it's not a hands-on investment, at least get involved. If you got a job with the 401k, it's better than nothing. You know, they match. Roth IRAs, you know, and it's a lot of ways you can do it. I'm not going to go in detail because different strokes for different folks. But it's a different game now, man. We just said, you know, some people can't even afford a bottle of water from the grocery store. So, yeah, man, it's either you gonna get right or get left behind. So it's time for us to, you know, get right, man.
Can you give an investment tip for a beginner? Just one.
Investment tip. The best investment tip I can give for a
It don't
beginner.
even have to be the best one. Just give one.
No, okay, well, the best one I can give right now on my mind is just start watching CNBC or Bloomberg or something. It might start clicking, but the main thing is the entire society is ran by the market. So don't think certain activities are being done without a reason behind it. You see what I'm saying? So the market is affected by every movement that we just doing as regular people, and we don't see the behind the scenes thing. We just going la la la, but they done, man, it's wild, man. But the best advice, man, just if you into it, just pick somebody. They got so many platforms out here. Just jump in, man, and you know.
Start getting acquainted.
Yeah, just start getting acquainted.
Okay.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
want to play
alright.
basketball, the first thing you got to do is go to the gym. You go to the gym, dribble the ball. You ain't even got to be playing the game. Just dribble the ball.
Gotcha.
Sooner or later, you be out there playing, dribbling, shooting, all that.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Step by step.
the thing on the finance, just to
Step by step.
operate people who may not be interested in the trade but do work for one of those blue chip companies and you're invested with years and all that, you know, you want to check in their, like you say, their 401k, their investment, their stock options and all of that, so you can still try to have use something else in the long term besides just the retirement and pension.
And I want to say this too. Everything is not a quick fix, okay? So y'all be thinking like, man, if I can't, I'm just saying that's the hood mentality is double up, right?
Right.
Everything ain't a quick double up, man. You might could put something down. You might could put $20, $30 every week, every 2 weeks, whatever, in something, and it might pay off, man, 10 years, 20 years down the line.
So basically, don't try to hit a home run. Just get a base hit.
Just keep playing, man. Just keep playing, and eventually you're gonna have something more than what you would have had if you ain't do nothing.
Ask yourself this: would you rather have the fast nickel or the slow dime?
Yeah, take the slow down.
I want the
Okay.
fast nickel.
You want the fast nickel.
Crash out.
Fast nickel. Nah, I'm doubling up nickels. By the time you get one dime, I done got two of yours, and I'm about to get a second one before you get your second one.
But put it like this: do you have to put the same amount of work in? If I take the slow dime, if I ain't got to do nothing to get my little dime every now and then.
no.
But the fast nickel, that's what I'm assuming. Fast nickel.
It's the same,
You
but
gotta
it's
try to
coming
get-
five. It's you're not having to risk or get the same amount, but you're getting a fast
I'll
half
take
every
it like
time.
that. I got you.
There you go.
That's
I
what I'm
see- I
saying.
see what you're saying.
And say, like you said, you won't have to hit the home run. So I'm
Just
saying,
get a
just
base
like a
hit.
base. If I can get 3 base hits
Right.
and everybody get on base, then the next base hit gonna score a run.
Right.
Okay.
So that's what I mean by in terms of the fast nickel, slow dime.
Okay.
Like I'd rather that going double up with a fast nickel
No, I
each
got
time
you.
and it's coming consistently than a
I got you, but
slow,
yeah, them
big
long
pop.
term, you gotta
But you
diversify.
do have to have a
Look,
long term though.
Look,
always.
let me say this: you have to diversify your portfolio.
Facts.
Like you can master one area of it, and don't know nothing about this area, but you may know somebody who knows something about this area, and take a little bit of your earnings from this area and put it over there, and just you got to look at all investments as money that you forget. You just got to forget about that money.
Mm.
It's already gone. When you invest it, consider it off the you know what I mean, off the charts.
Off your budget,
Yeah.
off your payroll.
That's your trick off money. It's gone. Nice weekend out with the family. You invested it. It's gone.
Gotcha.
Nice meal. It's gone. Forget about it. That's the best way to do it. If you watching it every day, boy, you gonna, man.
It's like watching a mailbox.
Yeah, you might be up. Oh, I'm up 500. I'm gonna take it out. All right, take your 500 out. Next week, hey man, I would have been up 2,000 if I would have kept it in. So now you feeling bad. So next time you go in and you be like, dang, I'm up 500. Now you like, nah, I ain't gonna take it. You be like, then you see that 500. Damn, I'm down 1,000. Man, I should have, and then you take it, right? Because you scared to lose more. So you like, damn, man, I should have took out that 500. Whereas when you investing in certain things, man, and it's stocks, ain't no options, or you ain't day trading, man, put that money in there. You buying Apple, you got confidence in Apple. You buying Tesla, you got confidence in Tesla or whatever. Small companies just building up. Watch what your kids is playing with. Roblox, I should have jumped on Roblox. They was playing that so long ago, I should have said, all these little kids on Roblox, let me go buy some Roblox. Man, Roblox said, boom, I missed it. But you got kids, that's the best thing. The next wave, catch it. Don't just say, Daddy, I want this, boy, you don't need that. Check out what you want. Oh, all these little niggas getting these? This the new move? Oh, they gonna rock this for... So, always look for trends and hold your trades, man. Hold your stocks, not your trades. You get out of bad trade, but hold your stocks, man, long term. But off of that, we're gonna talk about fitness real quick. What you done did this week, Mr. Ibrahim, to better your life, or on eating habits, or how you been working out? You getting your push-ups in, your sit-ups, your calisthenics, jump rope.
I get the push-ups in, and I work in, I work in the way where I'm always doing something physical. But
we ain't talking about just working, cause see, a lot of people get
Go ahead.
mistaken. I work every day. I be moving up the stairs. That's different. Your body's supposed to do that anyway.
Right.
But we talking about the extra push to get you where you want to be, the best you. That's what we all on this on this platform. We're working on becoming the best us.
Yeah. So in that, doing my push-ups and monitoring what I'm eating, what I'm taking in. Make sure I'm taking in a good amount of water.
Yeah.
Like I said before, if I mess around and have a steak on Monday, then it's salads and smoothies on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm trying to flush the system. And then it's over to fish and then chicken, and it'll be a minute before I go back to red meat. Just being conscious of what I'm putting into my body.
Because everything has a lasting effect. I think that's what we don't really realize about a lot of the stuff that we do. Like, not even just eating everything. Everything has a slow progress on us, man. And we got to be mindful of that. Take everything in moderation.
Yeah.
What's up with you, bro? I've been trying to get you in the gym with me, man.
Hey, man.
Cause excuse after excuse.
No excuse, man.
2025, we live. What's up, bro?
Hey, man, I'm doing my thing, man. I was just slow little push-ups here, man, bro.
How many push-ups, bro, every day?
Well, bro,
Get you a routine.
25 to 50, bro.
That ain't enough.
No, it ain't enough, bro, but you got to start somewhere, bro.
All right, so is it consistent every day at least?
No, it's not every day, bro. I ain't gonna say because
let's start.
The work I do.
Excuses.
Yeah, you can say excuse, but the work I do in terms of physical labor and all of that, bro, there is a lot of up and down and calisthenics and walking and all of that.
That's enough for you?
It's enough for me. I feel like, all right, no, it's not enough. I can do more.
Okay.
I always can do better, bro.
So this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to get us, because see, this show is, like I said, if you ain't getting better, you're getting worse. We're going to have to challenge ourselves, man, to become our best self. And like I say, I'm part of the fitness team. So my job is to get y'all all the way where y'all need to be. I need better eating habits because high cholesterol is a killer too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could look like $1 million, be eating them hot wings and them
Clogged
steaks and all that.
Arteries
Be on
stay
vacation at the beach and be like, you know what I mean? Heart disease. We talk about strokes. We probably gonna bring out heart disease, but these are some of the killers, and that brings us to our next topic of, as a colored American man, I think our culture is designed to destroy us, and we glorify toxicity. Did I say that right?
Or
Toxic
behavior.
toxic
yeah.
behavior.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you got the floor, Mr. Oswald.
I don't know, just something that I've been seeing lately, where degenerate behavior, we're putting it on display and not being mindful of the fact that there are youngsters that we're inadvertently teaching our bad behaviors, you know. And so when you talk, when you're looking at stuff like, you know, drinking alcohol, taking intoxicants, if you're doing it in front of your child or other children, you know,
The bottle on the counter.
you basically showing them the way. You showing them your way. You're teaching them.
Go
You
give
know.
me a shot glass.
You know, and they're probably gonna start a whole lot younger, but you know, it don't stop at the intoxicants. It goes into, you know, how you dress, how you carry yourself, how you talk to people.
Yeah.
You know, the respect you show other people, the respect you show your elders. You know, manners. You know, and for whatever reason, you know, we have been taught to glorify this destructive behavior. You know,
Demon time.
because at some point, if you're doing it now and you're in your 30s, when those kids that you're teaching how to do this, when they are where you are and you're in your 50s, how you think they're gonna treat you?
So do you think it's psychological, environmental? Like, I can't even say it's environmental because you got suburb dudes doing the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? They're in a totally different environment. But the culture is like tarnished.
Well, I think it's, from my perspective, and just one perspective or aspect of it is, I think a lot of, like I said, number one, the parents and the child, that generational gap is more closer in terms of the age. And when women were having babies and being parents, you know, 18, younger and all that. So by the time women get 30, so there's more of being, I won't say they're trying to be the friend and trying to relate instead of more of being a parent in terms of that aspect where, well, yeah, it's okay to do this and it's okay before they get to certain ages to learn all of that, where you're trying to be cool with them and all of that. That's how I think, and you're saying it's okay to do certain things and all that instead of teaching this way you were brought up. But like I say, if you're brought up a certain way and you've been glorified by that, then you're going to keep the cycle going because it was taught that this is the right way.
Right.
But like I say, for us, we had a foundation where this isn't the right way.
I think
This isn't how you're supposed to roll. This isn't how you're supposed to talk to your women.
Right.
This isn't how you're supposed to talk to elders when you see them in the street. You're supposed to look a man in his face and his eyes when you're talking to a man so you can see that line of respect. different things that we were taught. But if you're taught all the negative, yeah, you supposed to have your pants all the way below your ass with a belt, nigga. Yeah, nigga, you supposed to call these women bitches and hoes and all that shit. I mean, if you was taught that and can relate to that and it wasn't checked, or you didn't know there was consequences that came with that, then nigga, who's to say that, nigga, that's not right for me?
Right.
So environment does have a thing to do, but I think it's more that generational gap, what goes back to that age where we're trying to relate to our child and I'm cool with my child instead of, no, nigga, I'm not on that level of the parent. Nigga, when did we ever think
Oh, I'm about to kill y'all with this one.
that we was on the level of
Check
our
this out.
parents?
And I wasn't even thinking.
They would come down there to our level to relate to us a little
Right.
bit, but we could never jump up there and all that in their conversation on their business in terms of that. Just me. Go ahead, blow it away. You said you wanted to blow away, so I'm gonna give you that moment. You said you wanted to blow away, but that's where I think, in terms of the cultural, it's that generational gap where we've learned it
Okay, so
and nobody's daggone said nothing about it.
So back in the day, right? Even if I don't care what religion you was, bro, y'all carried y'all butt up to the church. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
Okay.
People been messing up. People been doing what they been doing, but they did it. They didn't broadcast it because they had shame for it.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
So, where I think what happened was people stopped going to church or going to their religious spot. Whereas, yeah, they gonna mess up, but they didn't have that that safety net to keep them from going all the way left, right? So they done removed everything, and the media, whatever you taking in, that has taken over you. You understand what I'm saying? So, that being said, back in the day, people used to what? Live every day like it was their last. How they acted morally. Now, we on some YOLO, right? Like whatever, crash out. You only live once. It's hard.
Nah, I mean I agree.
That's
with
what
you saying.
that's what they promoting.
The sh-
Everybody not on that, but that's what they promoting.
The shame has been removed though.
The shame.
It's no longer shameful. It's now glorified. You know, you look at now when a young female says this, you know, she's pregnant, right? Everybody is excited for it. Nobody
They
says, "Wait a
send her
minute,
down
are you
south.
married?"
They used to send her down south. You ain't see her no more. What happened to Keisha?
But nowadays, what happens nowadays? You know, we gonna plan you a baby shower.
Baby shower,
You know what?
gender
Everybody's so
reveal.
excited. But there's no man.
Grandma,
No.
grandma taking care of the baby now.
It's funny because, you know, people used to ask me before I, you know, got married and all that, B, how many kids you got? You didn't hear I got married yet, did you?
Right.
Like we ask out of order. You know, subconsciously. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it happens. Not saying
Right.
everybody gotta have kids.
When did let me ask you this.
Because that's how I was raised. That's how I see my grandparents.
I want to stay on
'Cause my
topic.
grandparents still married to
But
this
when
day.
did that change over? Because it hasn't, like women, like I say, regardless of religion or whatnot, it used to be women ain't even wear jeans, bro. They used
Yeah.
to wear skirts down past to their ankle. And it wasn't no religious thing. It was just modesty of society.
I'm gonna tell you something that's blew my mind lately. Right? Is I'm meeting females, right, and they're clean women, but they don't like to take a nice relaxing bath.
So they don't like the soap.
All they want to do is just take a shower and go. Take a shower and
You
go.
know,
Take a
some
shower
women
and go.
said I heard this, not a bath, but too many baths for a woman, they could mess up.
Yeah. I heard that too. But I'm saying
they still take baths
every
though.
now and then you supposed, even
Well,
as
you
a
gotta
man,
soak.
every now and then I'm gonna get in there and soak and relax.
You
Now, I'm
gotta-
gonna go take a shower first.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna get in there, put in some Epsom salt.
And see, I'm backwards.
I might light some
I'm
candles
backwards.
Let
I
the
take
soap
my
into
bath.
it.
Yeah, I take my
Yeah.
bath first, and then I get.
and then get in the shower.
Then I take
right.
a shower.
yeah, but I'm saying either way though, like, you know, I like to just relax and vibe out. I have some nice jazz playing, and
with
I'll
the
be in there.
candle, with the candle
Listen.
light, cut the lights
All
on with
that.
the candle light.
I'll be in there
with the
romancing
jazz
myself.
playing. Stop playing. Stop playing, boy.
I mean, man, I don't know what's taking place. Why we're no longer on,
Well, one factor, removing the black fathers out of the homes. That's one of them.
Is that why they ain't taking baths?
Huh? No, I ain't talking about the baths. I'm talking about in terms of the cultural design. Why it's designed to glorify and why we.
Oh no, that's a question for our viewers, man. I don't know why women ain't taking baths. I hope women taking baths. You got me thinking now. I don't know if this motherfucker taking baths or showers all the time. Hey man, y'all let us know. Is y'all taking baths and showers, or what y'all on strike from the bath? What, I don't know.
But no, piggybacking off what you said, be about people's asking you about how many babies you have, and they ain't ask you about you being married. I remember when I was out somewhere and everybody was drinking, so they offered me a drink. I'm like, no, I'm good. And the first thing they was saying is like, well, what happened? You got a DUI? You got in a bad accident?
You on probation?
You on probation?
Yeah.
So anytime you don't do something negative, they think
there's something wrong with you. Yeah, something wrong with you or something happened. I'm like, no, I just don't want to drink.
And my thing is, I wanted children, but I had learned from so many of my peers when they be like, man, this girl crazy, man.
But think about.
You better.
They have something called a social drinker. So here you got some people who don't even drink, but they drinking just to socialize with somebody. That's crazy.
I like to stay on point too much myself.
See what I'm saying?
I like to stay on point. Like I always tell y'all, I want to see it developing before it develops.
Yeah.
I want to be right on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, reaction.
I might get the opportunity to get me a free one off. So I'm gonna get mine. Pop mine like a Glock 9.
For sure.
I know how I rock.
Yeah, man.
But like I said, I think we just
keep your head on a swivel
at all times.
At all times, boy. Never sit with your back to the door, bro. That's just how I roll.
Stay off that phone. Keep them earphones off your head while you walking.
Don't have both earphones in your ear, nigga. Man. You can't hear shit.
Boy.
How you gonna hear? You can't hear nothing. That's another topic.
That's what you call in the hood is sweet. That's sweet right there.
Can't see nothing. You got your both headphones on. You like this on the phone. Can't see nothing.
But yeah, we definitely have to be more conscious of not, number one, doing degenerate behavior ourselves. But if you have some bad habits, don't put them on display in front of the youth, man. Try to make them better than you are. That's what I saw from our elders.
What he's saying is a reminder to myself and reminder of all of us, man, because like I said, we have been poisoned by this culture as well, and we're not saying that we're like just the perfect peoples up here. We've been in both shoes, you know what I mean? So we understand this side, and we just trying to do better, man. That's it, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, and the thing is, it's in moderation. You're not gonna be A1. It's to practice. It just takes practice. It just takes practice. It just takes practice.
Yeah.
It's a continuing practice every time.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's gonna get better. Oh, I didn't master it. Nobody conquers it. You just continue. You continue to practice.
Perfect,
yeah, and you continue to practice and get better at it. So if you know these things are wrong in our culture, and like you said, at least don't show it to the youth. But it starts with you. You know what I mean? You try to make that choice and all of that, so you won't be so much of a hypocrite. But if you preaching this, don't have a shame to take it away and keep that to yourself.
Hey, you know what? Perfect don't exist.
No, there's no such thing as perfect.
Yeah, perfect don't exist.
Ain't nothing perfect. Nothing that was created is perfect.
If perfect exists, it wouldn't be a word called upgrade. It would be perfect.
But I definitely want to be better today than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
Definitely. If you ain't getting better, you're
getting worse.
Thank you.
No, you continue to strive for it. That's why I wasn't saying you seek knowledge, even if you have to go all the way to China. And for all the way to China, what if I'm in China? Well, all the way to America. The point is that you continue to seek knowledge no matter how far you have to go to seek that knowledge. Correct. If it's going to be beneficial to you.
So can we change the narrative with our culture? Like I said, we already said something about what? The gentleman code. We need to come up with something else, man, because it's really, like you say, you got character flaws, but you also have good characteristics.
Yeah.
So We just gotta flip the board.
I was
man.
say just if you can.
Yeah, flip the board. Everything y'all doing, change and do the opposite, man.
Conceal
We
your
all right.
faults, man. I mean, you know, the book has it all, has the answers for you. You know what I mean? It didn't call for you to be perfect, but conceal your faults. You know, hide them. Stop being willing to put it on IG and, you know, hey, look, y'all, I'm turning up and, you know, I'm popping the bottles and the chick is twerking, you know, all over me in the middle of Ramadan.
And that's not doing anything.
Bow, bow.
Not a Ramadan, bro.
Yeah. Like
I'm gonna pop mine like a Glock 9.
Yo, y'all wildin', bro. Not a Ramadan, man. Like I say, even though. But we gonna, Ramadan episodes come up, so we gonna say that. We ain't gonna go down that
nah, man.
path,
You just gotta, like he said, conceal your faults, man, and try to get better. Ain't nobody perfect.
No doubt.
No, man. Like I said, if everybody, like I say, start at home or with your own self and your own children, like I say, the job will be easier for the bus drivers. The job will be easier for the teachers. You will have better politicians. You will have better preachers. However, because you start at home, no matter what your religious beliefs are, if you morally teach the child and you try to do what's right and what's wrong and treat people how you want to be treated, it doesn't matter. You don't have to put no belief in there. Don't hit nobody if you don't want to be hit. Don't steal from nobody. You shouldn't lie to nobody. When you see your elders, you call them yes sir, no sir.
Yeah.
Respect. If you just those simple things, that right there, that foundation. No, I'm the mother. Hey, that right there will be a beginning.
So that's why I gotta say something, man. It's gotta be something psychological nowadays, though, man. Cause certain shit, you ain't have to tell nobody. Like, I don't care what type of background.
Some people,
back in the day, back in the day, certain type of background. I don't care. You had killers who wouldn't curse in front of an elder. They was killers, but they gonna respect the. You understand what I'm saying?
It goes back to what we talked about earlier, though. It goes back to community, man. You was being raised in a community
where you
type
knew
setting.
not to do that.
You know what I'm saying?
But if you're cursing in front of your child, now you may let one slip and all that.
Even with the parents nowadays, I done seen little dudes say, "Man, fuck you, mama." I be like, I said, "What the?
Yeah, but
what you tripping, bro?" And then you see what I'm saying? You can't even say that now, cause then that nigga might kill you.
But see, the child probably saw the mama cuss out the grandparent or the father or anybody of authority.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Anybody who is authority
But what if
figure.
she didn't? What if they didn't? That's what I'm saying.
Then where do you learn that? And that's what I'm saying. You got to instill
that's learned behavior.
Your child.
That's learned behavior.
Yeah, that you're not gonna do that. Like the one thing I see with my son is that he get amped up at the game just like I get amped up. Right. I know that, and y'all already know how I am when I was on the court. So I don't get upset. But in terms of outside of that, nigga, you know what it is, bruh. You are gonna respect the elders. When you're teaching all that, you there gonna listen whatever they say, because they're the ones that I entrust them to watch you and do that. So it's learned and it's instilled. That's why I say if you start at home,
man.
Then imagine
I hear all this start at home. Man, these little niggas got good parents, great parents that do anything for them.
Be trying to somewhere else,
and these crash outs, man.
So
you'll be like, I can't believe.
So if they learning it, take this away from them. Who they friends, who they hanging out with, the environment and all that.
I ain't even gonna go into that because, like I said a long time ago, you could plant the seed.
Yeah.
You can water it, but you don't know how it's gonna.
But while
grow.
you still under my care during those years of growth.
But the probability numbers go up when you're doing it how B saying do it. The probability
you gotta increase the odds. Like I said, I want to be on the right side of the statistic, bro. Yeah. So I'm going to exalt all options.
I'm just talking about the entire culture. We not talking about
because you're not exalting all.
We're not talking about
you're not going all out. Do you really care, or do you really just want to be normal and go along with everybody else say? See, the dad gonna be different and break that generational curse. Man, you got a dad gonna stand alone, bro.
Kids are sneaking out, sneaking this. You see when they be having the Chargers turning them around, acting a fool out there. Man, half of them people's parents don't know.
I'm not giving them the Chargers
out there.
I'm not going to even give my 18-year-old.
I'm talking about just the people in that environment. I'm not talking about the people who got the Charger. I'm talking about who on the scene. This is it. Cause see, you
No
can't forget about how it is to be young, bro.
I know, bro.
So that's all I'm saying.
But you know there was no consequences, though, right? When you did your shit, you knew, right?
Still did it. Though.
Okay, but do they know are there consequences?
They
How
probably do
raised?
got consequences.
Okay, but dude, if they
They
don't
still
get caught
gonna
and
do-
all that, if they do and all that,
What I'm saying is the culture.
just going out watching.
I'm saying I'm not talking about no individual thing.
No, what
I'm
man
talking about
culture?
the culture of the youth and everything that we see and how we bringing it.
Yeah,
to
but
them.
you just gave an example of niggas sneaking out watching some cars, some demons, and all of that.
So what I'm saying is that's
I'm talking about foundational shit that's daggone repeated over
Okay.
and over again.
But no,
Daddy ain't around.
the whole thing is
Daddy ain't got no daggone daughter in here. She get pregnant 17 just like her mom.
okay, but yeah, all that's fine. That's given. I'm talking about the culture in itself. If you in the suburbs, if you in the project, it's not just pinpointed on how you was raised right now.
No, 100% agree. Degenerate culture is being pushed through the media.
Thank
we
you.
We all know that.
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
It's being pushed. You look at the people who they pick and select and place up here and say, hey, these are
Follow
your
this
idols.
idiot.
This is who you need
But
to
it's
be.
like I say, if you're not a parent and you're not trying to relate and be their fucking friend and let them know everybody ain't fucking like that. This is how it is. If you're not teaching
not
them that,
saying
then
that.
they gonna follow that.
I'm not saying that.
That's why you got to be stronger in your child's life.
Okay.
That's the point. You
Well,
got to be there.
Bro, my pops taught me a lot of stuff. I still was listening to 3-6 Mafia and stuff, bro.
Did you do everything 3-6 Mafia said do?
I'm not saying I
He
did
did some of
everything.
it.
That's
Okay,
what I'm
but
saying.
there was a line.
I can't.
He did some of it.
That's what I'm saying. So regardless of what structure you have at home, you're still gonna be influenced
Hold on.
your surroundings.
Hold on, Amir, hold on. Even though you did some of it, right? The thing that kept you from glorifying it was you had shame.
Thank you.
I
You
had
understand?
shame.
And that shame came from
My upbringing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Of what your parents instilled in
You
you.
had shame. For
Thank you.
But even if you don't, even if you have shame for it, nigga, does it still make it right?
it. Don't. It,
Shit,
does,
I ain't
it
saying
doesn't
it
make it right.
right, bro. It
No, it
doesn't.
I'm
doesn't.
telling you, the culture's messed up. I'm not talking about your upbringing. That's what you don't understand.
No, I
We
do
on two
understand the
different
culture.
topics.
No. Like he said, they're promoting it. But what you grow up in, how you take your child, even if a child grew up
Okay.
in the culture, but if his mama knew, nigga, you better not be on that block with them niggas. You better have your ass home here every time. Do your homework. I better never catch you smoking a joint, whatever. However, niggas that made it out like that, even though the culture was like that.
Okay.
So if
I'ma
more
change-
people
I'ma change
take
the
that
tone.
attitude,
I'm gonna change the tone of it because he still don't understand.
no, I understand.
I
You just keep trying
understand
to stay on the
everything that
culture.
you're saying. I'm talking about the black culture in itself, right? Is pushed more to the negative side where we glorify drinking, smoking, what? Fornicating.
Mhm.
Anything that's bad for your life,
Promiscuousness.
anything that's bad for your life, it's like the poster child of our culture.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about how you raised. I'm talking about our culture. Our culture is designed to destroy us, and it's like we running we in an obstacle course every day, whether you like it or not. The only way you gonna get out the obstacle course is pack up, move to the country, or move out of the country. You understand what I'm saying? Or detoxify yourself from a whole bunch of, I don't want to call it brainwashing because it ain't, I don't know, it might be brainwashing. But you have to detoxify yourself from the standard that you have seen. Regardless of how you was raised, you still are influenced by a toxic culture.
Let me ask you this. Back in the 60s and 70s.
I'm not arguing with you, B.
I'm
not trying to prove a point, though.
But he's asking though.
Okay, I'm just
you
saying.
You made yours.
Okay, I'm done.
Let me hear
60s
what
and
my brother
70s
say.
and all that. Do you think our culture was designed toxic to destroy us? back in our grandparents' era?
I'm gonna give you a perfect example.
Yes or no question?
No, it's a perfect example, and then I'm gonna give you my answer. Now, my pops was born in '43, so I asked him one day. I said, "Hey, pops, you seen the movie Mac?" Because I was young and hip and everything, and I had seen it. I'm like, "Oh man, movie was tight, nigga. You seen the Mac? Superfly, blah." He was like, "Yeah, I seen it." I was like, "Yeah, it was good." He's like, "Nah, man, I ain't like that movie, man." He said that messed up the movement. He was like, "Man, we was on some black empowerment and black, you know what I mean? We was doing stuff." And then they threw that in there, that culture. He said once they brought the Mac out, all niggas wanted to do was sell cocaine and pimp and be, you know what I mean? And be that fly guy. Where right before that, they ain't care about none of that stuff. They was like, we want what we want. We deserve what we deserve. So, yes, the culture, it was a culture shift of toxic. Yes, they put toxic stuff in the society. It's proven. And if you think it's over with, no, it's not. We see it on the end now. At first, they was trying to make the black male self-destruct. Now, they're making the black woman think that it's okay to be promiscuous and sell their body for materialistic goods and not call themselves a prostitute and glorify a prostitute, where back in the day a prostitute was embarrassed to be a prostitute. She had shame.
Good.
So we have took the veil off of our shame and just said we just gonna be straight up savages, straight up on demon
Just
time.
like did we push that movement, the movie Mac, just like we pushed the movement, the crack cocaine?
I'm not arguing with you.
No, so which goes back to, if we know all these things, we didn't push these things into our culture. The things that were still,
you have
the
to
things that were
understand
still,
there's different levels of intelligence.
Yeah, but the things that were still.
if you do research with mice, and it's a field of mice, if one or two of them say, we don't like this and we're going to continue to do what we think is healthy for us, they don't care if them two doing what they do, long as they get the mass of these mice to follow whatever they want to follow. That was the design in the first place.
So it goes back to the point, what you keep saying, distractions to keep us from what's most important. When we did have the culture vibes, when it was the culture vibes, when we valued family, when we valued togetherness, when we valued all of those things, before all of the distractions became, and they put that movie out there, The Mac.
Okay.
Because we didn't have money and stuff like that to put that movie, The Mac, out there back then in your dad's days. So that's why I say, back in the days when our grandparents and great parents, when we finally was able to get free and had that segregation, when we were starting to build our own and all of that, was our cultural designed to destroy us?
It's been the...
No. Our culture, not what they put in our culture to do it. Our culture, what we valued, what we came off the boat doing, and when we started growing up.
Something. We didn't have a culture. We don't know our culture.
Well, no, you're going all the way back now.
We are a created culture, okay? We are a created culture by our what? What?
You answer the question.
Okay.
You tell me. Come ahead.
We are a created culture by our oppressor, okay?
Okay.
And if you don't see that, then it is what it is.
That critical. So every time we was good or something, they've thrown something to keep us away or something. But my thing is, at that time when we was able to, even like say the Nation of Islam and all that, when it was about self-empowerment, having the black businesses, do for yourself, shopping with each other, all of that. That wasn't a culture that was designed for destruction. That was a culture designed for empowerment.
But they was already, the culture was already, the culture, that's a group of people, that's a subculture of our culture that moved away from the norm. Back then it was heroin on every black corner.
Rest in peace, your grandparents and all that. How long were they married?
Shit, man. You asked me some crazy.
No, was it
a long
time?
A long time. 50 plus years.
So I'm just making a point in terms of that, in terms of how the values of a man and the values of the woman and knowing her role and the man knowing the role and providing and all that. And then, like I say, the gap got strong. Just like my grandparents, still married and all that, 50-some plus years. As we get closer to our age, the gap is shrinking to where, like I say, it's no more husband and wives. It's baby mamas and daddies. We glorify that more than we do husband and wives. So I say that we continue those things that we had before our culture got toxicated and all of that, before these distractions were impure. Just like when the Black Panther and all that, well, we're going to throw that cocaine out there. And we're going to make sure that don't go nowhere. We're going to make a whole movement. So like you say, when your dad was mad about that.
So let's bring it to present terms.
So every time our culture is good, it's just more distraction now. And they got more ways to put it out there. So now it got flooded to where you forget about the foundation.
So I'm not saying none of that. We're still saying.
Yeah, it's designed for that, but
go ahead, bro. You just said what I wanted to say.
We're all saying that, the culture is toxic by design, right?
Yeah.
Now, what can we do individually and collectively to combat it, right?
Oh,
first and foremost,
each one teach one.
First and foremost, though, the 5.
The 5. You got to stand remembrance of the most.
You got to do the 5, right?
Yeah, you got to stand remembrance.
And then we know that they're attacking us and putting toxic stuff in our food.
You got to eat right.
So you got to eat right. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got to stay in an environment that's what inducive to your growth, a positive growth.
You got
your growth.
You got to guard
positive growth.
You got to guard what your eyes see. You can't just watch everything.
And your ears.
And what your ears hear. You can't listen to everything.
Saying if you can control your tongue and your private parts, you guarantee paradise.
He said, guard your hollow points. Your hollow place.
Kind of what you say, man. So if I think that's why you got 2 ears, so you can listen more and hear the knowledge and what's given out.
The problem is it's easier and it's a whole lot funner to just do what everybody else doing. You don't even call them people no more. Call them sheeple. You know, everybody is like they just follow. Yeah. They just follow. It's a whole lot easier. It's a whole lot funner.
Everybody doing it. That's just like they say. If everybody was jumping off the bridge, you would jump too. Yeah. Nowadays, look like it.
Look like when they splat, it look fun. So no, I think we all agree on that. And that's why I say it's in terms of the way.
I'm just saying the culture. Yeah, I'm just saying culture, man.
Well, the culture is degenerate, man.
We're not going deep into how you raise your kid, none of that stuff.
The black culture at this point is a degenerate culture.
The culture.
At this point, it is.
Like I said, it's the measure. You got to know.
So how we can change that, like I say, one by one, I keep my circle very small, and the people that I bring in my circle, they have to be on a certain intellectual positive movement. They can't be coming in talking about no negativity, because I don't even want to hear none of that. Not only that, any youth that you come in contact with, regardless of their background, just give them whatever you can give them, even if it ain't, you know what I mean, whatever it might spark. You know,
lead by example.
I could tell you quick in terms of the youth.
That's very important.
You'll never know, man. I was in a before school program with between 2nd and 5th graders, man. This was maybe about 15, 16 years ago. And I was doing with a dude and used to give back to him, use basketball as a tool, talk to him, reading books. And long story short, dude saw the dude that ran the program. Dude was working at Chick-fil-A. He was like, "Hey, Mr. Brandon, how's Coach Abdul?" He was like, "Yeah, man, I really love Coach Abdul, man. Stuff he told me, man, it really just resonated with me and all of that." So, like I said, you never know. When you give it to them, they be listening. Man. They may be at that age where they may appreciate it, man.
I don't even remember so many.
But it touched me, man, because like I said, when you give back to them youth and they can process that and actually see them doing it, man, like I say, shout out to the OGs,
yeah,
bro.
I remember a lot of stuff, bro. It's priceless.
Priceless, man. You just sit back and be like, wow, man. It is worth it.
We got to make doing the right thing cool again, man.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to inside a Quick Trip the other day, and there was a lady who got out her car. She was going in, an older lady, and she was in a rush, so she was speed walking. I said, I'll be damned if I let this lady get to this door before me and open the door for me. I damn near ran to get to that door just to open it for her, man. Because I'd be ashamed. I would be ashamed.
G code.
Yeah.
Gentleman code, man. I ain't saying no shame.
Don't let one of these women, I'm going to tell y'all this too. just because somebody don't do nothing, don't mean everybody like that. It's been times I open the door for a woman, they don't say
thank you. It ain't yeah.
But
Just because that's a bad apple, don't stop being a good person. That's basically what
right. Do it for you.
You don't do it for them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Do it for you, bro. You do it for
do
you.
it because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. You do it for you, man. Because if that was your mother or your auntie or your sister or somebody and all that, they saying you would want them to open the door like they couldn't open, but
Would you pick up?
You appreciate
if you seen a woman and her kid walking down the street, would you pick her up and take her to where she
No.
going?
It depends sometimes.
Would you?
I did a bus stop. I did that for a bus stop.
If it's
Back
right,
in the day, that was an easy pickup,
Yeah,
though.
you see,
I'm
that's-
saying
it's
you.
touch- it's touchy
People like,
now.
yeah, I'll take you up.
You
to
can't
the
do
store.
that now, bro.
You don't know nowadays.
if it's
can't do
raining
that.
like it is
Yeah.
right now, right, and I see a family, a small family, because I ain't in the truck. So if I see a small family and they out here getting drenched and they freezing cold and the whole nine, and they look like they're trying to get somewhere, I may pull up and say, "Hey, do you need a ride?"
What if it's a dude with him?
No. That's his
No,
fault.
baby, you picked wrong.
Yeah, that's his fault.
baby, you picked the wrong
Yeah,
nigga.
that's his fault. No.
I'm like that
No.
too. If it's a dude, I'm not no.
No, I did that for a woman because the bus just ran right. She was trying to get there with her
'Cause you
kids.
don't know how he gonna take it.
Yeah, you don't
Nah,
never run up
yeah.
on that. I was like,
Nah.
say, now I go, I got one, baby. He didn't pick me up at the. Nah.
Yeah, who's sitting in the back seat? Nah, I'm good. But if it's a woman and her kid, what about just a woman walking down the street?
It depends.
Depends,
It
man. It's all
depends.
about-
So time out, Mr. Aswad, you only gonna pick a damsel up in distress only when it's raining.
Bro, it just depends on what it's looking like, bro. Like it depends,
Culture messed up. See what
No,
I'm saying?
it's because the thing is, the culture got messed up because you don't know who's setting up and sharing
Back in the day,
locations and all
back in the,
that.
but what I'm saying
man.
is,
Back in the day,
it got
yes.
us saying it depends. Back in the day, that was a
You
that
know,
was a
'cause-
no-brainer.
Yeah, no, it ain't a no-brainer.
I ain't picking up no crackhead, bro.
No, not no crackhead.
Opening the door and giving a ride, two different things, bro. That's like a lot that comes
then-
with it.
No,
Hold on.
let's say you see a woman walking. You know she working at McDonald's all the way down. She probably got 2-3 miles to go.
Can I ask you a question?
You see her walking.
Can I ask you a question? In this day and age, in Atlanta, how do you know it's a woman?
All right, that's
We
another
got the
time,
Transformers.
Man.
Don't forget about the Transformers.
Hey, look. What we say? Like, subscribe,
Comment.
share. I mean, we out here, man. I keep saying this. We gotta get right. We about to be in the streets with it. You know what I mean, real talk, street talk coming soon, man.
I want to know one thing. I want to know why so many women want a husband, but they don't want to be a wife.
That's another topic. We're going
Nah. We gonna come back.
We'll come back with
That's
that.
our main topic next
Yeah, that's a whole
episode. Please
nother-
comment, like, subscribe. But I will like to chime in on that.
And we're going to
before
talk
we leave.
about, we got spares living amongst us.
They don't want to be a wife. They want the comfort of what a wife gets.
Yes, but we're not going to go into detail.
Don't nobody want to be no wife. It's a small
All right,
percentage out there. It's a small
You're
percentage.
giving them too much. And spares are living amongst us.
What's the sped?
Special education ass motherfucker.
Hey, big sound like I'm not the little one. I appreciate y'all checking us out. Like always, I'm gonna pop mine like a Glock 9.
Yeah, man. If we ruffle some feathers, then fly.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
better
man.
way of saying it.
For real.
Yeah, man, we grateful.
Because we're going to keep it 100, man. We going all in on everything, all these opinions. You know what I mean? We just talking to Bobo. So don't get all in your feelings, man. Get your panties out,
If
out
you
the
don't
butt.
like where I stay, fly away.
Every day above
Fly
ground is a great day,
away.
man. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, comment, man. We'll catch
We
y'all
out
next
here.
week, man.
Real talk, street talk.
Coming soon.